My name's Richard Mintern. I'm from the Commonwealth Environmental Water Office, and just while something's being loaded up, I'll also pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, particularly the Latchi people from around here and Barkindji over the river. And I say that not just out of simple courtesy, but also out of an acknowledgement of the fact that for tens of thousands of years people were harvesting fish resources in this environment, and across some extraordinary changes in climate. So in my previous role I was World Heritage Manager for the Willandra Lakes, and archaeologists there were looking at otoliths from Murray cod that were in cooking hearths from 40,000 years ago, when the climate here was not like this, it was subtropical. And then you fast forward 20,000 years after that and it was more like Arctic tundra. And then, you know, fast forward to today and it's more sort of semi-arid with an exotic river flowing through it. So the environment's had huge amounts of changes. We're going through more changes now, and I guess part of the challenge that we all have as community is how do we best place the health of our systems with that acknowledgement of those challenges. The Commonwealth Environmental Water Office holds water entitlement on behalf of the Australian public. So we have water, but we don't manage land. So we're compelled to work in partnership with state government agencies, private landholders, NGOs, to promote the health of the river and its surrounds. I'm not going to go into too much detail about the Environmental Water Office because I know a lot of you already are pretty familiar with that, but I am going to direct you to some sites that you'll be interested in, I hope, on our website. Also, Hilton Taylor, our current water holder, is running a couple of webinars in the following week. Monday the 7th of March at 7 p.m. and also Tuesday the 8th of March at 12 p.m. If you're interested in tuning into that. We're trying to get a lot more information out there for the public about what we do. And part of that is really trying to give a lot more attention, I guess, to learning the fundamentals and the specifics of the Murray-Darling Basin, how it works, and get a much better grounding in the science behind all of the biodiversity through the system. We have funding a current research suite of activity called Flowmow. MUR stands for Monitoring, Evaluation and Research. There's a website there. I'd encourage you to go and have a look at it. It's focused on a number of different areas through the basin, which in an area about the size of France has got clearly a huge variety of different elements and components to it. But if you go into the site, you'll see some of the focal areas that we're looking at, as well as some of the specific themes. So, not surprisingly, we're looking at fish. So if you go into that page, the Flowmow page, flow-mur.org.au, click on fish, and you'll see some of the current research that's happening there. But also we're looking at vegetation, we're looking at food webs, water quality, and if you click on fish, then you'll dive in there and find out a whole lot more about what we're currently doing. And we're supported in that activity by a big range of different state government agencies. We've got the Mallee CMA represented here tonight, DPI Water, Fisheries, a whole bunch of different agencies coming together to help support that. And then we're working in partnership too with, as I said, local landholders, also a whole heap of NGOs. For example, the Nature Foundation South Australia. We're working with the Hazel L. Henry Farmland Nature Refuges Trust, which most of you will know as Wingilly Station. places like Ned's Corner and others, to try and create the kind of habitat conditions that can, I guess, improve things. And that's in the face of growing demand for water and a shrinking pool of water that's available. We've had a pretty good few months, I suppose. I had a phone call a little while ago from a guy down at Morgan, worried about the flood. You know, he was worried about the flood going to drown out his shack. And I said, well, how much water do you need going past Morgan to put your property under threat? He said, 60,000 meg a day. I said, don't worry about it, you're not even going to get close. It's interesting that after a few dry years that we look at a healthy flowing river, the kind of which that most of us were used to, say, during the 80s, as being somehow a flood. We're really appreciative that we've got a healthy amount of water in storages, that we've got water that we'll be able to apply through the system in the coming couple of years, but we're still a long way from the kind of scale of flood that we'd like to see to be able to expand right across the floodplain. Okay. I don't actually have any more slides that I need to show now. I will make mention that clearly the Darling River has been a point of concern for many years, and we did run some fish connecting flows a couple of years ago just to replenish pools to help our fish survive. In a way, I guess we're sort of triaging the system between the natural flows that can then benefit the whole system. But it's been really good in the last few weeks or months that we've been able to see operational releases down the lower Darling and down the Anna branch, connect those systems and at least provide for the kind of connectivity for fish passage that can enable the system to repopulate. Now, that's really all I want to say at the moment. My contact details are up there. There's a bunch of us scattered across the basin. My colleague also, Anthony Wilson, upstream of us, he's made some good contacts with Merv Hughes. You might have seen it on telly. And he's become a bit of an ambassador for us upstream as well. So look, thanks everyone for coming tonight. It's really good to see so much interest, and congratulations too to Ozfish and all the initiatives and the Healthy Rivers grants that you and others have been able to participate in. So thank you.